meditate. They come and say that we don't want to school. And I see every people go to school. Instead of giving chocolate, go to the protest, go to the protest. Maybe you take the system and make your best. Now they come and make it give you out of rest. One man, you know the two positions. They see the little again for opposition. You tell me what we really do. So they think they talk this and just looking for the poor. To be a money, to sell your soul. Either you cross the road or you make them know. But I'm glad, I pray that my people rise. That one day God will show them all of their cries. Allah, we need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. You know, when I see my country blessed with all the natural resources, and yet instead I see people living under poverty, and I question myself, where have we gone wrong? I just wish I have the power to share the national faith, so everybody can have a taste.
So when I clean the car, air condition oil, sir. No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin. I'll leave it all now. You can judge people. I'm just asking you a question, sorry. You can judge people like you can here. No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry. The way you talk in the question, can I say when I move from here, I'll free? Can I say when I move from here, I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to mean it. Who talk to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, I'm looking. Hi, you looking. Hi, looking. Then you want force and now more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office of OSP. I think it's me to me. You come to get there. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now? And for me, I'll not there. Nobody, you getting there. You say asking you too much question. Hey, there's me. You say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry. If you I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry. We ask give me answer. Okay, Before they call me back, now on the 18 more. See me, yeah, see me over you, Steve. Yeah, got me on the 18. Now I'm in now, when they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. I want to be what kind of people do you see? Freedom better you want for me to explain for you to understand. Freedom better you tell me. Freedom better you teach stand up. Told him yesterday you're three. Yeah. So he said, three pieces of bread. So people are carrying it to when they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came, freedom better you pay me now. Freedom better you pay me now. So I'll leave it now. You can talk people. Just asking you questions. And said they call me to the office at OSP. I think it's going to be come to get paid. You get a teacher. So what next? For me, I'll not. You ask me to my okay, sorry. Okay, sorry.
One more freedom for one more freedom for when they welcome me, they say they were freedom fighters. When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. But when they keep their time, they change their mind. When they keep their time, they change their mind. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they so? They are freedom.
Okay.
Freedom fighter, you raping our.
What a great day. What a wonderful opportunity it feels to be back behind these microphones, to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. It was a beautiful weekend, and of course a holy weekend for a lot of our brothers out there. The Easter weekend, the Good Friday, and then you have Easter Sunday.
When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. But when they give their time, they change their mind. When they give their time,
where the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus Christ all happened. So this weekend was a great one in the life and experience of Christianity. A cleansing movement spiritually, a reflective moment, a holy, prayerful moment. Let's hope and pray that all of the supplications, all of the prayers offered during this holy week will help direct and serve the interests of our country, will help provide some degree of guidance and bring about a national leadership that's rooted in the humanity and care for the people. The degree of heartlessness, cruelty, hate, as we've seen with this government, been so very disturbing. We We hope the Easter week have a loud influencing the deacon and giving a whole new sense of direction where he's able to draw immense inspiration from his Lord and Savior. But good morning. Today is Easter Monday, and of course, it's a kind of holiday in the Catholic Church. Schools are closed. Okay. Good morning, Liberia. Just wherever you are this morning, pleasant way, we'd like to welcome all of you to yet another intriguing conversation on the nation's premier breakfast platform at the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9, where we discuss the big issues. Good morning to our friends in the diaspora. Good morning, thanks for joining. As always, there are too many things to talk about, lots of things happening in the country. The Youth League of the opposition CDC over the weekend issued a very fiery press statement, or had a very tough press conference highlighting three critical issues in the country that must be looked at. And of course, this morning we've invited them. Look, gentlemen, here come. Let's talk about this. And so, ALVIN WESSEH, the man who read the statement, will be here at 9 o'clock. For us to talk about the meat and ingredient of the Youth League's position on latest happening in our country. The appointment of a Unity Party Jonathan Weeder to head the National Elections Commission was one of the issues highlighted. When they give what kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. The Foya Guinea border situation was also on the plate. They are freedom fighters. And lastly, this communication, this the circular from the Civil Service Agency on confidentiality and what have you. I also stumbled across a report from the Independent Information Commission, right? Yeah. So but we assess to know exactly what ALVIN and the Youth League of the CDC think. We will bring you the statement. So you as a citizen and of course as a public service employee will know exactly what it is. The CDC Youth League and others believe that this position contradicts or fundamentally infringes on the public's right to freedom of information. Our children, they are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you destroy our country. They are freedom fighters. That's at 9 o'clock. But just before time, just right in between there, before ALVIN walks in, we're going to be looking at matters across at the broader political spectrum of what's unfolding in Liberia. And of course, we're going to go to Foya. Credit to our latest report from Julius J and his team, who are going to verify and authenticate misleading information, just like we told you, if you can remember quite vividly. A misleading, concocted narrative meant to deceive the public on the status of the Guinea on the Salomba land. And of course, as Tanto abused his own platform by lying, shamelessly lying, that as of when he spoke, Guinea has started withdrawing and they're going back. They carry all their team. That was a blatant lie we told you. And as God could have it, okay, FM and Julius decided, okay, we'll go there outside to go see. So they went there, the reports are out, and it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. So why do you keep lying and then you go like to even believe, to even think that Stanton, is some kind of validator? When you listen, I'll play Stanton voice right here. Yeah, he's our own good friend. But they want to hear that public discourse. Yeah, you don't attempt to try to do that. Again, the government of Liberia has increased the price of petroleum products on the Liberian market, thereby creating a renewed atmosphere for confrontation, fight and dispute between and among passengers and taxi drivers or commercial drivers. So they say $5 US is not enough to get you gas in Boakas, Liberia. Joseph Boakas, Liberia. $5 US is not enough. So gas has gotten expensive than even wartime when war was fighting. Can you imagine? Why? So this man, so the country, you come to think about this. Meaning we live better doing war when gun war all over the place. The Boakas is not able to maintain a stable environment, and gas, well, we got to pay more than $5 US. This is a shame. But anyway, we'll talk about it and what does it mean for all of you. Allow you the opportunity. After all of the promises that there were petroleum products, there were gas enough to maintain. We have not even gone 2 months yet, though, right? All the gas over there. And reports about Russian oil that's on the sea that they went and collected. Some kind of thing, right? We'll talk about that as well. Where is Amos Tour and the others getting their fuel from? Because we need to be careful. This plus other issues making news right here on the big station Freedom 87.9. Welcome to the Monday morning edition. Good morning to our friends, our taxi drivers, keke riders, motorcyclists. A bunch of our team songs, and once we come back, we go straight into our conversation. Right here on the big station Freedom 87.9. It promises to be very fiery. Oh yes, we're going to pass around issues just like we promised you. We're not done yet. We'll provide you updates on the status of the infighting at the Liberia Airport Authority, and of course the latest new developments around that. And once we promise you, we deliver. When they were coming, they said they were liberators, but when they came here, they change their mind. When they came here, they change their mind. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter. It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and body, don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime stop right here for us. We need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see you must talk it. I mean you cheche. You work for your safety. If you see don't keep it.
I'm a part of the boy. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people, it's more music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must take it. I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner and sponsor of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Folks, fellow Liberian, it's good to be back. Okay. And the good thing about it right now, everybody blessed. Yeah, right now, they live blessing and cleaning up. Everybody feeling getting, nobody's supposed to chocolate the blessing, right? Everybody so make sure. Okay. So to start up this morning, I like to begin by saying. I'll begin by saying that based on the information that I've gathered, we've always said once we take up an initiative here, it's because of the country, and it's good. It's a good thing that you're not just criticizing, but you're criticizing for change. And when you do it, and then when there is, when what you are advocating for happens, it's most responsible that you come and make an acknowledgement and, of course, give some degree of appreciation to to those who actually listen. And, of course, in this instant case, like we've been talking about the LAA, the Liberia Airport Authority issues, and and what Jan Martin, the board chair, and others did by writing a communication that wasn't rooted in the facts, that wasn't rooted in transparency and accountability, but squarely because of a motive that we exposed here on several occasions clearly. And of course, detail bearer listened and they evaluated what we were saying. They realized that, of course, these things were baseless, particularly the accusation that the MD was trying to solicit 15%, which became very alarming, and we all felt that was absolutely unacceptable, only to realize that those were all concocted, devilish narrative intended squarely just to wrongfully dismiss or take away somebody's job. And that is not our goal. Everybody deserves the right to work in their country, but you also deserve the right to work in keeping with the laws. And that's our point. It doesn't matter who you are, right? So Jan, believing that he was some kind of demagogue unto himself, we put him in his right place right now. Jan, In fact, right now, Yan has to be investigated. Like I said the other day, Yan and Julius Dennis of the LCAA has to be investigated, Liberia Civil Aviation Authority, and I will tell you why. Right? These people need to answer some questions on the very egregious allegations that they raise, and the responses from the management of the LAA has created a Pandora for which this individual has to answer some questions, because to be a member of the board, make approval of something, and then you have to tell us why after approving something and then the action is taken, and then you get annoyed and you're writing for a vote of no confidence in the manager. There has to be an undertone. There has to be an undertone. That has been our issue. Right. So, but Mr. President, I think as I have learned, the MD shall be returning to work anytime this week, which is a good thing, right? And of course, the MD has to work in keeping with the laws and must make sure that he upheld transparency, accountability, because just like the first time we hear, it's just unfortunate that young go post so lala together and trying to lie on his friend and thing. But we will keep our eyes on it, just as we're keeping it on other places. Anyway, we won't hear reacting, because when we start to push people, when the government prosecute people, result will come. But the government go prosecute local issue, the country lost. We go to NAFA issue, the country lost. I mean, modern issue, the country lost. So who are those that will be concocting these kinds of things, and then we'll go, we'll go there now. No substance. This nonsense not going to happen, because do you know how much the government spent to go after each of these cases? On the prosecution team, do you know how much the government spent? Some of the money are supposed to be going to... So the people who can just put all lala together to put government through, unnecessary expenses, they need to be investigated. So assuming we all going to fall for the thing, probably the president was going to take, decision face value. Then the president finish taking this. Then the man get the man go to court. The man go to court, right? And then the man wins the case. The government go through all that one again. Then Yama Turner be saying, just because of weekend money, weekend liquor money and flexing money. Thank you for listening this time, Mr. President. Let's hope you continue to listen on other issues as we keep where we are critic. We're doing it for your good. When you listen, you see how your government are going to spend different money now because you listen to us. So when these radicals go around, Mr. President, listen, blah, blah, blah. These people, they're lying to you, Mr. President. We're your best friends. We're the people who are in your interest, Mr. President, because to be here and be at the same time and showing that we'll make sure that these things happen and they happen the right way. So enough with that. Let me go quickly to this thing with the Solomba border entry. It's important. And Liberia must not forget about what is happening. This is, unless the government can come and tell us. I keep saying, unless the government can come and tell us and present the evidence, present the map to say, they land for Liberia, so you have on it, then we know. But for as long as it remains Liberia territory, we will never feel comfortable for a foreign military presence to be there and it looks normal. We will never. And nobody, no Liberians in the right mind should feel okay with the fact that Guinean military personnel and Guinean flags are being hoisted on Liberian soil for over 1 to 2 months now, right? And the government is treating it normal, and they're trying to lie and kill the story and make it like I told you. I am never, everybody will leave the story and me, I will not leave it. As soon as we go 1 week, 2 weeks, I will bring it up again. 1 week, 2 weeks, I will bring it up. Because it doesn't make sense. Right? Not even international law permits that. So until our government can bring the thing that making them feeling reluctant to reclaim that land. They got to bring that result. They got to bring that proof to us. That thing that's holding the president back or holding the joint security back, that very reason that's making them to sit back and allow Guinean personnel, security personnel, to sit on there and they're having regular time just like that Guinea land they own, right? They have to present that to us for us to be able to tell our people, say, oh, the government said that how you're looking. But in the absence of that, right, this is abnormal, and we will not sit behind this microphone and see abnormality being, being carried out as if to say that is the way of life. Absolutely not. We're not going to do that. That would be a compromise on our duty, right? Those that want to do it, they can go ahead and do it, but we're not. We're going to keep reminding. Now, let's hear. So, in an attempt to sway the public attention while the Guineans are there, for whatever reason, I can't say, but from the blue, the very Stanton Waters movement that was calling for accountability into the Solemba issue, John, and nobody know why he took a breaking news. Imagine Stanton I love to send people there, y'all go do the video, right? The first real news Stanton gave was our video that they want. Y'all listen. Tells you that you got to be careful. Most of the people have motives. Be careful with them.
We knew that. We said it, and people said, no, it's not true. 200,000 Thomas Fala. Richard Corner to the border.
Free 200,000. They posted on the land, and somebody said, oh, talk about it. Forget about it.
To resolve this border. And thank God I was saying this before break. I mean, you guys are going to get mad at me. And yet you will hit me for life, but I will say this. The Guineans are withdrawing from the border.
Easy. All those that listen to those one that day felt a sense of relief.
I don't know.
Which, of course, was a blatant lie, misinformation meant to deceive the Liberian people. And I'm here this morning to tell you that Stanton lied. And I'm challenging Stanton to show video where Guineans were withdrawing. You see, people cannot abuse the information space. It's unacceptable. But unfortunately, we get all the fast tech here when Stanton made those allegations. It took weeks. None of them went ahead to fast tech. So fast checking can be selective. So you see the whole thing. This is the narrative government wanted. And some folks within the government believe that Stanton has a very loud mouth, right? And they can pass around him, unlike us. So let's Stanton be the one to throw the one out. Because if it comes from a government source, the likelihood of the public believing it will be very slim, right? So let Stanton say it. Let it come from outside. And sometimes these things happen in government. There's some very, critical conversation, especially crisis conversation. The government cannot. At that point, the population trust in the government in handling that thing has gone down. A lot of people do not trust the government on the matter. So you need a third party to come and say. So most likely people use, established media voices, and organizations like that to say this. As if this is an independent assessment. But they did not do it the right way. Probably Stanton will have just sent some people that maybe they seen play Clarence Massacre when they stood up to the immigration checkpoint, that Labrador territory that I want not in dispute. And then they post Starling, or is it Solomba? You gotta be clear with the Liberian people. Tell the Liberian people exactly. We will not sit down here, you keep lying. They want a serious issue. A serious issue. So Stanton lied. And he should come and apologize to his followers. But if he like it, he should. If he doesn't, it's up to him. But we're just letting you know that information was inaccurate. And of course, was never rooted in fact, because Stanton showed no proof. He just spoke and believing that because he has spoken, and then every other person will agree. And you understand? Which was a lie. It happened over the weekend. So it was important. It was important that we come here to let you know. So this is what Julius and his team, Julius J, credit to him. They went there on the scene because, of course, we never know. To prove that Stanton lied and the government had a smart, right? They didn't talk. The government has not issued any official statement. I've not seen it yet. What they'll say, and Guineans are withdrawing. They haven't. So apparently they're trying to test the water with Stanton. So you better do what you have to do. OKFM's investigation team has been to the disputed Solomba border with Guinea. Our findings show that Guinean soldiers are stationed on the Liberian side. They are stationed, they're not even moving. They're stationed, right? Immovable. The men are hitch, they stick there. They're not moving. They're there, they can table, they're there, they can eat, they're there, they can do all the other things. Everything. The men ain't like say, oh, they go take their clothes, they not bring their clothes, they not bring everything there. So the men are stationed. When you station, that it's perpetual. It's long term. The men are stationed. And he say, oh, we saw, movements. No, but the report says station. You gotta understand the word. And be able to internalize it and know what the journalist is actually trying to picture. The picture is trying to paint. So contrary to Stanton's deliberate lie that he's regularly known for, you all know Stanton 2023 now, the biggest liar in the country. He can lie. You're just lying. Oh, the other one. I just hope me boy be yelling. Oh, the other one. The other one. And we tell you, people who can be yelling around, ain't mean they're putting logic, right? Not because they used to be yelling. The other one down, blah, blah, blah. Bring the other man. Yeah. Jeremy Vedder. So why you can't bring Jeremy Vedder again to prove that Valley Teller was the one that murdered Charlo Musu? Oh, Valley Teller, man. La on the man. When the people then see where to come behind you, who lie, that time you know yourself. Right? Our findings show that Guinean soldiers are stationed on the Liberian side. We observed less tension from the Liberian Immigration Service officer unlike a couple of weeks ago. So, indicating what? Normalcy. Right? Indicating that there is absolutely no tension. So, as the Guinean soldiers are stationed there, our immigration and border security people are operating normally, no tension, they're okay. I said to say there's a degree of resolution and, of course, understanding between the two governments that, of course, this is a definite position. You're going to be stationed here, and, of course, we're here, it's okay. No issue, no confrontation. And they get one man, abusing the airwaves and telling you, say, as I talk to you now, I know you're going to get mad. You lying. Who's going to get mad because you lying? You choose to be a liar. Who cares? The border is still closed, and citizens, including our team from the Liberian side, are still being prevented from going where the Guinean soldiers are. Right? The journalist telling you that right now, the picture at Solomba, you can go there, do all your things, like Clarence, you will stay to your side. So Clarence, Massacre, and the LTA team must not make it seem like as though they've gone to put, Starling in Solomba and like everything okay, normal. No, they stay to Liberian side. They cannot double dare. Even the RG, none of them ever crossed towards the Guinean side. So then we ask, why is it like that? Government has not told us anything, and it's going okay, right? You said that may change in coming weeks, according to security sources, right? We capture a mountain on, okay, that is just to tell you what is it at Solomba. For those of you who are concerned, asking, saying whatever you have to say, that is exactly what it is. So that is exactly what it is. Federal Liberian, the government has failed continuously, and up to now there is no redress. The people of Solomba do not have their land yet. Guineans are there, they're enjoying themselves on Liberian land, and you know, and everything. So the river bar win. So even if they could be doing mining on the other side, but you're not even seeing the play what you see what happening in the river. Eh? The resident say it's okay. Let the Guineans enjoy themselves. Manato, you leave it. Right? All the president and men come in the country. Nobody. The only president that failed to maintain Liberia's presence across its territorial integrity is Boakai. He has ceded a portion. Even that for one day is a failure. Least to talk about over a month to 2 months, Liberia has lost authority over its territory under the watch and leadership of Joseph Boakai. This is a failure. This is a failure. Some of you don't know because you think once you're in your lay zero, you can wake up, you eat your lay, 1 cup of red, and that's life. No, life goes beyond that. This is about our protection. So this is to say that the government of Liberia has indicated clearly, particularly this government under Mr. Boakai, that when our safety protection is at stake, the government cannot put up a defense. Government cannot stand up for us. This government has failed by any means. There are several means. And not by taking gun to go for a war. Some of you are so limited. You say, oh, but we can't go for a war. Who say go for a war? But you get the intelligence to mediate and ensure that Liberia, what belongs to Liberia remains with Liberia. You get intelligence, but this is supposed to be the most sophisticated, the most intelligent government. You don't have that sophistication. That is a shame. That's exactly what it is. So it's just chaos over chaos, issues over issues, problem unresolved. Nothing. I mean, you pretty much tell me what exactly has this government managed to handle from scratch and resolve it. And that everybody's pleased with the manner in which it has handled it. They go kill people in Kinjo, government, you know, that tango and pull it down. What else again? So they say LPRs and Ministry of Commerce have increased gas price, so to speak. I mean, put it that way. As a statement the government issue. Feels we're transitioning to this. So you could choose to talk about the Solomon thing or talk about the Solomon thing. It's just an update, but this is what we want to talk about. Government announces new petroleum price ceiling in line with market adjustment. Monrovia, Liberia, April 4, 2026. The government of Liberia, of the Republic of Liberia, through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in close consultation with the management of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, has announced new price ceilings for petroleum products on the Liberian market. The adjustment contained in the petroleum products monthly price circular effective April 4, 2026. Let me go down. According to the circular, the revised price ceiling are as follows. Gasoline wholesale selling price US $4.81 per gallon. The wholesale, the people can go buy the bulk, right? $4.81 per gallon. Retail pump price. When you go on the pump, the one that we that can use it for our car, our home, as well as the way that generator economy will operate in you know, generator and thing. So we that can use it, gasoline, right? PMS. The pump price, according to the government of Liberia, okay, it's $5.09 per gallon, which is 950 Liberian dollars. So this is what the FPRC says: $950 LD for 1 gallon. 1 gallon of gas, 4 liters. 4 liters pay $950. $950 is a cook food for you and your whole family to eat. How are you going to pay for gas. So, is the government increasing burden on the country or reducing burden? What effort is the government taking to slash burden? This conversation, I know a lot of you say, you just jump. Because some of you can like your own school, you don't do critical thinking. Right? So as soon as women come when the government say, oh, but you see Iran and Israel fighting, so what I want to get to do, that all Benin is we in Iran or we in Israel, we in Asia, our continent, way in Africa. Do you know the distance between there? Right? Or they say our gas can come from Iran or Israel. We that thing say concern or that go back to gas then we can get. Your as your input on the obtain so your baby voting your jump and the government can just use your tool. No. Go back to gas, we can get out from anywhere. They others say, oh, small scale or woman that affecting people then way on that side. Then people won't have behind that one to be increasing gas price. And somebody say, oh, let's leave it. You see what happening in Philippines. So we in Philippines, we in the same place. Me and Larry talking ordinarily, so we'll know. We in Philippines, we in the same place. So Philippines do austerity measure. And so what? So austerity measure is defined in different ways. During 2022, when the Russian crisis happened, and the government trying to use that as an excuse, we said no. You or if those in power now were the loudest saying no, we can't take that. How you increase your taxes and levies on petroleum product, then you stay blaming Iran and Israel war. Government, you increase levies on petroleum product, but then you lying to the Liberian people. You say, oh, that because so reduce your levy first. Reduce your levy first. Take austerity measure and bring it down. Then when it's still going, then we can say yes. We'll come there. Let's go to fuel used for industry, heavy duty, and this is the engine of the economy. Fuel. Right? And you understand? All the big factory there, and yes, SETI say coming SETI, right? Yes, he coming start producing tire next year, right? Also, which is good for our country. But they're not gasoline they can use in those kind of industry, right? That fuel. So when you have fuel price, that one should even scare you more. As much as I understand, oh yeah, people move to places, transportation fare, and all those. Well, it's important, right? So, but most time, a lot of you can, kind of downplay the fuel. But you see the yellow machine the president brought. So, Bernie Samuka there proposal now of a budget for fuel and maintenance of that yellow machine price coming go up. So when you ignoring, it coming go way up. So listen to the fuel. Their own government, the very government that's supposed to be rescuing or stabilizing things, bringing prices down, and the government say the wholesale selling price for fuel in Waka, Liberia is $6.27. $6 US 27 cents. Manja, who is out? Retail pump price US $6.55. Almost $7. Almost $7 US for 1 gallon of fuel in Waka economy. Imagine. That is the equivalent of $1,225. Government price. $1,225 for 1 gallon of fuel oil on a biker. So that is the government price. You can imagine when you start to step outside of Greater Monrovia, right? And into the suburbs and further down to the Leeward counties and see what this is going to be like. So if fuel is selling for $1,225 in Monrovia, it's most likely that in Salala, right, and beyond, it's going to be for $1,500 to $1,600, and then somewhere in Vonjama, right, Foya, if they're not getting something from Guinea and Sierra Leone, right, but they close the Solomon Bola now, so it's going to be like 1,700 to almost 2,000 if we hit the southeast, parts of the southeast. That's what is going to mean the actual reality on the ground and in the life of the people. So somebody say, oh, but government can do nothing, that war fighting in the play, and this, that, and that. No, government can do a lot. But you know what? Government is taking the money for herself and not waiting to take small sacrifice that the people benefit from. When CDC and Mr. We are here, they give some money back to the country. When they did free tuition, that the country and the citizens benefit from it. When they did free WAS, the country and the people benefit. Right? When they Saturday classes for our high school students or while sitting students, that the country are benefiting, right? So some of the money at least they were putting it back. And when they provided free medical care for babies up to 5 years, from 0 to 5, they were putting the money. But the government came, they cut that one off. Your baby can be 0 more old, you pay for everything. You pay for all under the new government, right? Now, let me see what my man Benedict just shared this morning. Benedict says, their government are saying they want to do nothing but the gap press. They got 748.16 million in 2024 alone. They spent 735.61 million just in 2024 on themselves. In 2025, they got 887.55 million in 2025, and they spend 810. So they can get more, the government can raise more money, revenue. And the one they can spend on running the government is what we're saying here. Right? So there are always SSs. In 2025, there were SS. In 2026, there were SS. So when the country going through hard time like this, what are you supposed to do with all the extra money? So Benedict asks. So when you do the math, 2024, 2025, right? The SS the government received or, recorded is in the tune of 89.79 million raw money. 89.79 million raw money. After the revenue, generated revenue, but we expended for the year, we did all our thing for the year, all the program, all the project that they wanted to implement, they all the bottom money that left for the 2 years, 89.79 million. So the question is, where is that money at a time where the country needs austerity, the people need some sort of intervention from the government to bring gap press down? The government ain't get done. All they only get literature for you. They only get to come tell you, say, you know what? War fighting in Iran and they place. Then why do we put government in power now? If government ought to do anything to reduce burden on the people. But you know why? They will not. And the reason people like us refuse to accept that narrative is when we look at the breakdown of the money that go into petroleum product, the money that go there. Listen to the distribution. I have a chart here prepared by Benedict Coluba, right? Listen to the distribution. And so when the gap price going up, you must be able to ask your government, say, but Mr. President, these are hard times. And we say war fighting, yeah, war fighting. So you have the government, you can reduce the thing so that at least the importer and they probably doing business, right? Then they'll be able to bring the price down and maintain the price at the level it was before the war. Say no. That was it. But interestingly, fellow Liberians, in 2025, the Senate Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance, and of course the LPRC, proposed cutting storage fees from 35 cents to 5 cents. Sorry. And you understand? From 35 cents to 5 cents. You remember that time we Musa Belete and the government of Liberia, all of you are in the debate. So it sounded a good thing, and it made us to believe that the importers were getting a lot of money, Musa Belete were getting rich. So when you cut the money now, that excess money, where is it? Where does it go? During time like this, what sort of intervention is the government making to bring prices down? Remember during CDC time when the rice thing went crazy, right? During the seeing Ukrainian and Russian issue, when freight and other things on the shipment became a problem during the COVID, what they did, they provided subsidy to importers to maintain right price at $13. So what has this rescue government done? You lying on Iran war when you not increase the tax and tariff on the petroleum product, and you're using times like these to become millionaires out of the people. But the only thing y'all get to say, as some people talk, is that we are not coming back. You reduce the whole country issue to we are not coming back, we are coming back. But some of you can fall for it. But we'll be here helping you and educating you and opening your eyes to other things to consider. Now, our government said they were cutting 30 cents from the importers. So then we say, where the 30 cents going? That's supposed to ease burden on families and the general Liberian population. So that extra 30 cents that they used to take from us, now government said they're cutting it. So that means it's supposed to ease burden on us, right? That means Musa Belete and all importers in Tampa, they were stealing from us. The government said, rescue said we're taking it from them. Say, you will not pay that one again. You only pay 5 cents. We need to find out. Listen, instead of passing that 30 cent relief, right, to consumers, so instead of government passing that 30 cent relief to us, right, and impacting the price, the pump price, your government do that. Your rescue government do that. Listen to what it did. The rescue government redirected the funds to presidential social program. Are you listening to me? So the government took the money from the importers. They reduced the price for us, the ordinary people. But the argument was from Emmanuel Nukwe and others that they are reducing the burden on the people. No. That means we still paying that money. But just that now it's not going to importers, rather it's going to areas like, right, presidential social program. So it's going to Boaka. See, people who suffering, the importer, who spending money, you take the money from them, they get people employed, Liberian employed working for them. So they cut, because of what government cut from them, they dismissed these Liberians that were working because they don't have the capacity, very need to pay. So you all that lost your job as a result of that, it is your president that took that money. So the money that was going for your salary and upkeep, the president who wants everything for himself collected it. So they redirected that money according to credible sources to presidential social program and the controversial yellow machines. What the last time you hear about any presidential social program? Where play? Which community? Which town? Which county? Which village? For the last 1 year plus since they passed this thing. Swelling levels to about $97 per gallon. $97 per gallon. So now, when your rescue government did that, it took fuel levels to 97 cents. So on each gallon, your government is charging or taxing the people 97 cents. So when they carry gas price up, the hard that they are saying can be going up. So you can imagine, do your math where you're seated. So why can the government take that ultimate sacrifice and slash the 97 cents by something like 30 cents and they distribute that 30 cents across the board to all those that are supposed to benefit? At least then the population will feel, oh, the government doing something. But you do nothing. In less than 1 week, after telling all that you get enough gas, nothing will happen, Liberia will be able to supply with your good. Who in less than 1 week, you can't put the price up because you want your market to go up. When you're talking to other people, they're too and consume with their party politics thing. They won't hear it. They ain't get time because they can buy around somebody put $50 in the pocket. You think the country gonna stay to your limited and selfish agenda like that? No. Per gallon. What was meant to be a rescue became a heavier load for market vendors, drivers, and parents already struggling to make ends meet. Exactly. So who's suffering the burden right now? You think Kamen woke up on a hole in the morning to go hustle? You think that time to go be fighting? With passenger? No. But because of the government reckless, selfish, and corrupt desire, Kamen and passengers got to be fighting in the street. It's so uncivilized. But this is the root. This is the root. Your government is refusing to rescue you. They increase levies and they're hiding behind Iran war, which is untrue. No significant impact to our part of the world, with our sources of oil is still coming. Who told you? You think we're not talking to people in the industry? When it reaches that point, we'll come right here and tell you. But no, all of the sources tell us that this is where the problem is. Say, Abu, if you can push your government to do something about this, then it will help the country small. But as long as your government continue to insist on increasing levies, we got no option. Huh? We can't sit down here. We the one going the bank on our back. We need to pay the bank. This is how we bring the people together. We need to pay the government there, adding levies up, taking it from us, giving it to themselves. So the man need fasting to pay for his storage, pay his worker, pay the bank money, pay the shipment, pay insurance, and everything. One importer need to undertake all that. Government take 30 cents and carry to the president and give to Bernie Samukade. This will eventually have a spillover effect by reducing transport fares if the government consider a market cost and giving household breathing room while global pressures persist. If the government can reduce and slash, and this is a challenge to the president, and of course, Mr. President, maybe the FPRC folks are not telling you this because we'll come to the breakdown and they have their own benefits, and you note it down and do your calculation. We told you we're not going to fight with anybody. We're not going to go and be begging anybody for anything. We will remain issue-based critic of the government. And when we leave from here, right, the people that get sense, they can look at it and say, oh, as much as, oh, yeah, they begin, but yeah, they think we need to look at it this other way. And some of you who are friends with the government, you need to start pushing these kinds of narratives. That's what will bring them up. We could just sit down and try to make politics out of it. Oh, you're not put gap prayer. No, but let's go into the nitty-gritty. It's important. Very, very important. So that we just don't speak on the surface, we got to go deep and inform your argument on the matter, right? If the government should consider that will eventually have a spillover effect by reducing transport fares, market costs, and giving household breathing room while global pressures persist. Even a partial reduction with a cutting levy of 50 cents, right? But 50 cents. I'm saying if the government can just cut 60 cents for the moment, just cut 60 cents from there. Your government is not willing to do that. And there is supposed to be a rescue government that should be reducing pressure on the people, reducing burden on the people. That could lower petroleum prices by about $100 Liberian dollars, easing daily hardship for many families. When should we expect the rescue to consider these mathematics? Right? Let's go back in history. As we all remember, how the CDC responded in a similar crisis by providing a direct subsidy to keep rice affordable and, of course, available on the Liberian market from 2019 to 2020. That pro-choice protected livelihoods. So rescue now, if rescue really means rescue, let it follow that example. Prioritize people over politics and pause extra levies until the crisis is over. the government should put a pause on extra levies. They should cancel the extra levies on petroleum products until the crisis over, the world market return to normalcy. Then we can say, we can start clapping for the government. We say, yeah. But you don't do that one. You transferring burden on the people, the post suffering daily. Then when the post, you say, oh, Iran fighting. But Iran fighting, guess what? The rescue burden on petroleum, the burden that rescue government has placed on petroleum product, that making it, no matter what, you will keep fighting in the street for $50 different, $20 different in your rescue government after dancing in poo-poo water. This is the reality. You don't like to hear that. Listen to the charges. Storage, for storage. And this goes to all terminals owners, those that own terminal like Musa Ability, and Connex, and Aminata and the other people. They can keep the product, right? LPRC as well. Storage fee on each gallon is 5 cents. Government social program, right? That goes to the presidency. Government social program. So on each of the gallon, right? As the prices are going up, 2 cents goes to the president. So calculate 2 cents per every ton of gallon or petroleum that enters Liberia. Every ton that enters Liberia can 2 cents. And see how much the Baptist deacon, the men who not want money, the men are, oh man, you get nothing to do with money, man. The papa ain't get nothing to do with money. Eventually, 2 cents on 1 gallon. Calculate that. You know what? The papa ain't get nothing to do with money, or you get something to do with money. And finish from there. There's another one called inspectorate and maintenance, right? That is a 6 cents that goes to FPRC and the presidency. It's shared between FPRC and the presidency. So if you take 3 cents from here and add it to the first 2 cents, then the president gets 5 cents right there. Keep it. Then we come further. Say vessel discharge fees. Vessel discharge fees is another 8 cents that's shared between the president and FPRC. That 8 cents, when you divide it by 2, you take 4 the president own, you add it to the first 5 cents, right? That how much 9 cents that goes directly to the president's office. Hey, rescue president. What? Then testing and handling fees goes to LPRC. That is what? LPRC, that's 7 cents. 7 cents plus 4 cents, right? That is 11 cents. 11 cents plus 3 cents. That is what? 14 cents. So LPRC so far gets 14 cents. While the president's office gets 9 to 10 cents. So when you combine the two, right? 9 plus 14, right? That's 23 cents between the two. Then infinite, you got importers margin. Another 14 cents. That goes to importers. Retailers margin, 2 cents for those that are selling it to the gas station, and 2 cents. Then you got distributors margin, the distributors, 5 cents. It goes to retailers. So the retailers get total 7 cents that goes to them. Then road fund. Road fund takes 3 cents. The total is 97 cents. So out of that 97 cents, if you add the road fund on to what FPRC, the president, and the presidency gets, right, it's over 30 something cents that goes to the presidency or the government. So we are saying, at this point, this critical juncture, can the president institute austerity if this is actually a rescue government? But let me hear what you think. What does it mean? Gas price is going up. Listen to the breakdown. Don't fall for the narrative that, oh, look at all the money. Why all the money going to the president's office? So we stay in the sun and in the rain to make people lead us in this country, not to care for us anymore, but to be putting cents all over the country. on everything. Why the people suffering? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear you. What do you think? Okay. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, firstly, I want to commend you wholeheartedly for your brilliant analysis, breaking down all these guys' corrupt instinct. It is so disheartening and disappointing in this kind of high economy that your government has self-imposed on the Liberian people. Because we saw what happened in the last government during the COVID-19 electricity was provided free of charge.
Mm-hmm.
Food distribution was done free of charge across the board. Salary was being paid timely. It tells you that they have an austerity measure to help its citizens.
It's correct.
Unless devilish, demonic, corrupt government that is actually placing us into a self-imposed hardship, self-inflicted, is grossly wickedness in the high places. They don't have conscience for humanity. They are very wicked government. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Pastor. When they should be instituting authority to reduce burden on the people, they're increasing it, but they're not telling you, and we just break it right here for you. They are the one benefiting. All these things, why are they taking it? Why can't they call it off? Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, y'all know just what that was. No party people. People that in our social experience, it's so funny way that each election time that the Nigeria will come first our government. So these things are not taking one look that regular people in that period now. The people will stay there, will stay until and protect. That's my point I there now.
Okay.
That money they put looking for the gas station, that the money they will pay the people.
Okay.
So
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Abba Sherry and I joined you from Prayer.
Go ahead.
Abu, let me begin to appreciate you for your hard work. Abu, this is the leadership that our people who on the sun, working the people water, taking a set, car, making accident with them. This is the president they voted for. Heartless president, demonic president, president do not see, president do not listen. Abu, how old they elected Joseph Bogai, old as Joseph Bogai is, taking the kind of money for Liberian people.
Campaign time they say the men not get time for money when you can't something, but you see, just from FPRC alone, we other places.
Abu, at this stage, you need to make it. You need money. You buy flashy car, you buy the flashy shoe, you buy watches, you read. No. You get there now to eat for your BGB and fast your children. For you taking the kind of money, robbing the Liberian people, it is very, very frustrating. Thank you for following me the time.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. My name is Thomas Numeni Iba. I phone from ELWA. You see, Mr. Sherry, thank you kindly for your continual enlightenment of people. Mr. Boakai is the most fraudulent president ever I have ever seen, according to our history. History tells me that it was Charles D.B. King, but I think Mr. Boakai has taken over. What kind of leadership we have that don't have empathy for their citizens? They just do things for business. Look at what's happening now with petroleum products, how the price are going up. Doing fast regime, look at the media, they fool people, all everything that wasn't true. Now today they have taken the leadership of our country. Things just hard. We just turn it around. We just see our way out. So yeah, it's a complete development for our country. Worker leadership. Whenever I think about it, I feel so bad.
Oh yeah, I can understand, man. Good morning. It's a scam. Big caliber scam dressed up as a rescue. Good morning. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Good morning to the peace loving for this country. Get the voice of Blama down. And Abu, I joined this morning from Carwell. Abu, I just say that you must get laughing. You know, when somebody comes to lie to you and say you know the lie. But what happening is between passenger and us, so all right, check it, and that's not fighting. But the problem here is the money I told one passenger, I said, look, in fact, the first time we're buying now now it's $950. So can you imagine that the increasement of the gas now? So if I decide now I want to increase my own money, who you hope now?
That the government, because that the government taking the money, not you. I just read the whole thing, but you put it really on in the kick so the boy, yeah. That's to put it really on in the kick so the yeah, because they didn't know behind the scene what happening with the money, all the increment, who are those benefiting. So they should, all of you should join us now to call on the government. Say, Mr. President, you know what? No politics in the world, but saying that water, please, you take the money that you're benefiting, you cut it off. So we now at our time to benefit. When we go to normal, then you can start taking your money. But at least during crisis time, or you stay adding the price up.
Only thing is that when education. So who is it teaching who think to show myself? The person was the most educated people. The more educated people in the school like say that you know the party. Yeah,
thank you, my brother. But it's about our country now because we all are going through the pinch of it. You know, $20 couldn't get me 4 gallons on yesterday. Good morning. Good morning. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 221 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. I'm not going to take this call because you put it on noon, so you got to show your identity. Yeah, you put your number on noon. You can call it. No, I'm sorry. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear your view. Those in the diaspora, you can call. The WhatsApp are on. Good morning.
Abu, good morning.
Morning.
This is Pascal Davis. I guess this is our youth chairperson.
This is Freedom.
No, but I'm aware that ALVIN is supposed to appear.
No, ALVIN is not here yet. ALVIN is coming at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, he's a reservoir of knowledge. You know, calling those individuals getting peaks. Of course, they are. Look, but Abu, it's sad for our people. It's sad for this country. And like Koji said, not only Bwaka will be declared citizen of the cemetery, many of these officials, many of them, because we can watch and see our country go down the drain. I mean,
Mama, that gap right when talking here, I don't see all the food will eat, everything going all.
That's what I'm saying.
I see me to you're talking. People looking for food, car Bennett, so fighting in the street for car Bennett, talking about cemetery, that cemetery will eat.
You know what happened to some of our friends this morning? They are fighting here, just come to Jesus Road. The drivers, the motorcyclists are fighting the petrol traders. They are fighting here heavily. So I don't know why you experience that. It's also here in rehab. To where Bwaka live, this is what is happening. The price of gas is being sold here now for 1,400. Right here to Bwaka's home. In his kitchen, in his living room, the price of gas is escalating. They need to do something because I believe when war is fighting outside Liberia, it's not supposed to affect us here. And you know, Abu, for sure, that war doesn't have effect on us here. And
no, before you go to the war, the levels all the poor and they let them move that one because they ain't telling the Liberian people that they increase the level 90 cents. Not
they are criminals.
On each gas, $1 US go to the government, $1 US. But thank you, my brother. Right? So you're asking, the president, what the president will do with the money? This right? The president there embarked on the expansion of his rehab residence. Good morning. Right? I have the video here. I'm going to play it. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, Abu, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Abu, I enjoyed teaching this morning. We pray that Koyomo continue teaching us and teach people. Let them learn. The old man will come in and say that the old man, the papa, he know nothing about dressing, he know nothing about money, the papa is really enjoying life. Some of them will enjoy their life and then stay trading after 30 cents. You see, they're giving 30 cents back to the Liberian people in the kind of crisis. Don't take it on it at all. And the old man not taking the 30 cents. Who will be old and I won't enjoy? The papa is enjoying Liberian money. Look at all now, even before you go to town, you have to play yourself well, or else you end up standing on the screen looking at it to say you're not supposed to come home. See that? That's what you price.
It's sad, man.
It's that kind of way. Even help your friends say, oh my friend, yeah, let me tap you. It will be difficult because you're saying you need trying to go home or to go to job. To that kind of way and to the border issue. Ain't not them because how you spoke to the border issue.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Getting it? Yeah. Up to now, people stay on a so I don't know how the other family owners, I don't know, even when they're beginning having to go back to retreat to their area, I don't know who will carry food for the other people when they go back home. I don't know, because up to now, I think they're even paying.
The government carry 2 bag of rice for the people. You hear that one?
What 2 bag of rice? Oh no,
that the one they tell, that one will tell him, I can create my own thing, will say 2 bag of 25 kg rice.
Oh, okay. No problem. Thank you for the
Thank you, my people. The thing can be so funny, but it's serious. This is exactly. So while we are talking all these things, going through and all, but yeah, they're disturbing out here with defense and respond, all kind of things. Yeah, look at the universal lab. The children now do all kind of protests. Then when the children protest, they say, oh, the children get a problem. So you see, the picture I'm showing on the screen is the current state of the University of Liberia. This is the TH building, right? The other small one over there, that's the building that used to host Lux FM. It got that fire ever since, though, right? But that is just a thing. But guess what? While the president is increasing the levy on gasoline, that's eventually creating the increment and the hardship for you out there now, and he's not willing to sacrifice for the country. See what is going on to the president house, right? The man building, austere building, duplex. All the other adjacent land, property owner, the man buy everything, put it in fence. They were doing it small inside until the thing now reach up now. When the thing reach up, you can't have it again. So this is it. For those of you that say, oh, you know, the president, he get for money, right? This, that. So that will go and live inside a duplex. Why is the president building duplex? For 80 plus years, he lived in that place like that. Nothing happened to him. Why? He became president in 2 years time. He putting something way up. Let me play you the video so you will know for yourself. Let's play you the video, right? So you will see, you will know. So this is it, folks. ANC, this is rehab. For those of you that live there, or those of you that want to prove it when you come, those of you in the diaspora, when you come to Liberia any day, please visit this and see and ask yourself. And let the government ask, let the government answer. So why? I thought we voted against Mr. Weah because you are building duplex. So from 4 years now to rehab. And the cost is being placed unofficially. The only official cost of this is being placed at 3 million and stuff. So what did we do to deserve this? So the quest was not to rescue the country, but rather was to enrich oneself. Is that it? So why you couldn't tell us that? Right? Instead of lying that, oh, we come in, you know, the old man, ain't got nothing to do with money. Look at Gap Press. Good morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you. This is Edmond Carr, and I'm the visually impaired that is pushing for the return of President Weah 2029. You know, my dear brother, everything that is happening to the United Party, they should blame themselves for it. And the United Party, either yesterday as it, or everything that was happening in this country, it was because people were not capable of doing a job. But God has reversed, and that is happening in their time. But what is even more frustrating, the thing is global, but other people are taking measures. Like you talk about them taking austere measure. They don't.
Tomorrow I'll bring countries. Yes, Sterling Raya is trying to subsidize.
Gambia.
Yeah.
Gambia.
Tomorrow I'll bring you. So why I want to rescue government? Tomorrow I won't come to talk about say. What step other countries taking in the face of the crisis, but you say now you're adding gap or whole day, then you increasing your benefit.
Gambia $4 million just for one home to be able to subsidize the petroleum price in their country so their citizens cannot go through the suffering. Each were able
to increase price on energy, but they were able to remove low-income earner. They said, you're not getting nothing. You're not making government. You're not making more. They increase it. You're not part of it. Stay away. But yes, a government here, and no prices that you are calling over there. Now, if you go on the street, it more than that.
Oh yeah, of course. I want to say those are official, prices. But outside there, of course.
Okay.
But it will vary from country to country, from region to region.
It's not reflecting on the street. It's not reflecting the transportation to come from Broad Street and right here, Dubo Road Rail Line. It's about 300 to 350 per one person. Do you believe the people? No. They are buying the gas with high price.
Okay, my brother.
How much you want for the person to charge?
Thank you, my brother.
So here we are.
Oh yeah, we are in deep mess. We are in trouble. We are in serious trouble. Good morning. Good morning.
My name is and I'm calling this morning from Painesville.
Go ahead.
Abu, I think this is not about rescue, because for what you are reading this morning from the FPRC, the import money that is being taken away from importers, and where the president will have a share to the office, whereas the president also will have a budget. Every budget year, the president have a budget specifically for the national budget, but they also have a specific money coming from the importers that are importing gasoline and petroleum in general to our country. I think this is bad, because at this point, what I want to say right now, we are having increment from the national government angle. They are increasing taxes on business people, and they are, at the same time, they are increasing gasoline and diesel prices around here. Just 3 days ago, I need to add over Lebanese guy. This Lebanese guy, he has been business in the country. He was crying. He said something to me that I said, okay, yeah, bro, you are making sense. A lot to me. He said, no, I want to lie to you. He said, our prices will have to continue going up because government has really increased taxes on us as business people in the country. He said like that. He said like that, we have to pay people working for us. We have to be able to pay our rent. We have to be able to pay light bill.
Yeah.
And he just started naming all those things to me. He said, but because of those reasons, the government is seeing that to be doing well for our citizens. But the money guys doing that to me, and I look at the logic he was trying to push. Man, some of the reason why the guys are saying that. We as citizens thought that the government would have come to power and do better. But can you imagine, even the president who the boss said was not ready to spend our money recklessly. He's spending money recklessly nowadays. He doesn't even care about the masses. I think those are whether this regime, but we didn't want to speak out to some of these things, because in my mind, we are not anywhere.
Talking about it. This is not like they were talking about the person not coming back. They won't come back. The thing we're talking about, people suffering, talking about who coming back, who not coming back.
The government are not want to get any serious project for the last 2.5 years. Why are we heading to? We should be going to election year. No serious project, nothing serious. Now, even to subsidize the petroleum sector, the government not thinking about it. They only thinking about increasing prices. Imagine now, in the real world countries, how many dollars are paying for a gallon of gas? And this year, they are thinking about this kind of thing. But they only want to tell us that nobody, we are not coming back. Then they start this kind of thing.
Thank you, my brother. Good morning. Good morning. It doesn't get down. We all be saying that the hardship in the country will overwhelm. Nobody will not even get anybody can get on video. Go ahead from the Tangier West Point. Let's hear you.
We are suffering. Our suffering just beginning, Abu. Everything getting out in the country. Children are not going to school. They have no money for their parents to send them to school. Things are expensive, Abu. When you come to our community part is down in the hole. Yesterday, I went on a beach. Abu, the player coaching the coconut plantation on the pool. Everything I get over see. The big motor there, the big people that in the township of West Point, they're supporting the gap, so what's sending job for them. Now the township of West Point is damaged. The government, I think, of benefit the library. Blake, kind of benefit the library. I was teaching a damage and I went there and so when you see them sending job, so much taking here, and they're getting any job to sell. Yeah, and then they're getting any job to sell. They can't go to the big now because they can't. Not the big man, the GA was sending a job. When they take it from the job and they said it, they watch for you. I'm going to take a job. When the book comes, they can take a job, they have it on the face.
That's Solomon, no, not Solomon, but you might have done this there, right?
Yeah, exactly so. You were here yesterday, coaching. Nobody know what to move for here, to me now. We're going to train school, house free, as the me. Okay. Also, to say how come to know you said I'm coming to one fee on the proper fee to happen in a war. Say you want to be able to be connected to the in the district.
Okay, all right. Thank you, man. Thank you, ma. Thank you. It's so very emotional, sad, but this is actually the reality. People have power. They feel like it's all over now. Once they have power, it's okay. People can go ahead suffering, and they don't care. Morning.
Yeah, good morning to the big brother, and also good morning to Liberia as well in Liberia and also in diaspora.
Go ahead, you're the last call. Let me see what my guest is here, but go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. My name is Omar Morris. I come from Oro. We are for Mr. Blocker. Mr. Blocker has put the country into a total mess. We keep telling people, but they don't listen. This man don't have the country. The man is not Liberia, first of all. They make him from Sierra Leone. Anybody come from Sierra Leone, you will never take the country. What you will think of is that when you get resources, you reach yourself. That man know that he cannot make it in Liberia. The reason he continues to put Liberia into mess. Look at the horse the man continue to do over there. Why the man continue to do such a thing and why he continue to care about country back to chaos? Look at getting bonus stuff. Up to now is still like that. Let me tell the people that he has already sold our land to Guinea. Because you know from the prayer.
Wow. But thank you very much. I mean, folks, let's hope and pray that the Easter blessings we have some, real changes on the president to probably they're keeping the president in some sort of bubble, and the president is way too disconnected from things happening. You remember the other day, Kula said the president can't listen to the radio, so why just stop the president from listening to the radio? The president be listening. President listening to the radio, so the children are enjoying themselves. That's what the children doing. Children enjoying themselves, and yeah, they're doing all kinds of things in the government, all kinds of things. So look at the government has announced that on the 18th of this month, they will be breaking ground for the construction of the road corridor, Simple Bridge to Bo Watersa, right? And just as we raised issue then with the company that the contract was being awarded to, there's this report coming from sources in Sierra Leone that Pavi Fort is in some $4 million supplier dispute in Sierra Leone. Pavi Fort, the company that's supposed to come. And they're even warning, urging Liberians to be mindful and watchful with Pavi Fort. Pavi Fort, get into all kind of things. And if you want to know credibility check, whatever, somebody telling me about some kind of family relationship, something with the ownership of Pavi Fort and Mr. Barker and all that. So the country is going down, man. I don't know. How did we get here? By the way, this month also, the 20th or so, this bridge, the Gabriel Tucker Bridge to Freeport project is supposed to commence, and my sources has informed me that MDMC won the bid, even though there were a team in the executive mansion to deny MDMC because Mr. Yuboti is a seditious and is associated with MDMC. He's the owner of MDMC, so they wanted to deny him. But luckily, based on records and performance, MDMC won. The Japanese that are in charge have said clearly that MDMC. Remember, they were trying to take it from MDMC to give it to SSF, a Lebanese company. Well, what's going on? But anyway, let's take a break to usher in our guest, Comrade Fidel Castro ALVIN WESSEH of the CDC Youth League. This break, we'll be right back.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must take it. I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, if you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the sponsor and, of course, official partner of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9, Liberia's most informative breakfast platform, where we discuss the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development without fear nor favor. We speak truth to power. This is the final lap, and, of course, we'd like to welcome all of you. And we're very pleased to have with us Brother ALVIN WESSEH. ALVIN is our guest on this segment. ALVIN, good morning. Welcome. How are you this morning?
Well, by the special grace of God Almighty, I'm going to be very grateful, thankful for having brought us this far. And it is important to extend revolutionary greetings and salutations to you, Comrade Abu Sheri, one of the most remarkable firebrand political commentators / journalists, and we also bring greetings from the offices of the full bench of the man who presides over the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Coalition for Democratic Change Committee, Mother Johnson, and all of the young people on the bailiwick of the Revolutionary Indomitable Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change, Revolutionary National Youth League, and to extend revolutionary greetings from the chairman of the party, Comrade John Augustus Poe, and Comrade President Emeritus, His Excellency George Opomanawia.
Thank you very much. And of course, it's good to have you, ALVIN, actually, as always. We follow the press conference that you delivered over the weekend on behalf of the Youth League of your party, confronting different national issues. I would like to know, actually speaking to the specifics of these issues that were highlighted. Beginning with, first of all, this statement from the Civil Service Agency. There have been a lot of concerns raised around it, but the Youth League took a position on that. And let me just read you a gist of this mandatory. It says it's a memorandum from the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, mandatory signing of non-disclosure agreement (NDA) by all civil servants, which seeks to ensure that the civil service wishes to draw the attention of all spending entities and civil servants to the previous or the provision of Section 59 confidentiality of the Civil Service Human Resource Policy Manual. So it's a matter of policy. It's a matter of what the standing order requires. So against that backdrop, the CSA director similarly tried to restate its compromising stance on matters of confidentiality. Why do you have this disagreeing position with that?
Well, thank you, Abu. You see, the Youth League of the Interminable Multi Coalition for Democratic Change by extension, the Revolutionary National Executive Committee took a decisive position on this draconian instrument that has a propensity to deprive our people from their democratic franchise. You know, that particular communique has contradicted fundamental laws, particularly with strategic emphasis on the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Liberia's Constitution, the revised 1986 Constitution, is clear. If you read Article 2 of the Liberian Constitution, very clear, very conspicuous. It states categorically, unequivocally, in an unambiguous term, is laid down within the Constitution of Liberia that any law, any provision, any treaty or policy that will run in contradiction, and inconsistent to the organic law of the Republic of Liberia, which is the Constitution, the Magna Carta of the Republic of Liberia, should be considered non sequitur, that is not a void. I'm not the one saying it. Citizens are not the one saying it, Abu. This is not politics. This is about constitutionality. That's what the law says under Article 2. On top of that, beyond that, the Freedom of Information Act, that was passed by national legislation, eloquently articulated and emphasized the position of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia that talks about people must be given access to free information, access to information dissemination.
But the procedure, they also lay down procedure in.
We'll come to that. But the fundamental objective, the core objective, Abu, is to promote transparency and accountability in government. That is the fundamental and core objective of that particular act. People who are engaged into whistleblowing, people who are campaigning against injustices by governance, they should have to report incident cases, so that we can be able to provide transparency in public bureaucracy.
But there are equal laws also regulating matters of confidentiality. Don't you think that is something that our law also embraces?
Confidentiality
information.
The confidentiality must not be misconstrued in a narrow concept that has to protect certain political interests or certain corrupt acts, because we know where that document coming from. According to our intelligence view,
where is it coming from?
It's coming from the fact that the Union Party has not been able to pay most of its civil servants as I speak to you.
Okay.
There are serious complaints as I speak to you. In fact, this is open challenge. I challenge the CSA boss.
So what you mean the CSA is trying to suppress?
They are trying to suppress. Go as soon as we just 12, 1, 2, government entities, ministries, agencies are shut down because there's no work activities going on there. The people are not being paid. The people have abandoned. Most of them abandoning their offices. They're leaving.
So how does this memorandum suppress the fact that people are not being paid and they're going to speak about it. So you're saying the CSA is trying to initiate this process so that whenever there is delay in salary, nobody should talk about it?
I mean, there are other irregularities. There are other discrepancies. What? Bureaucratic malpractices being exhibited.
Okay.
By the very elements who are criminals, working in a drug criminal enterprise to support state covers and steal resources at the detriment of the mass of our people. So they do not want people working, whistleblowers, to raise a line. Because how you think we get incredible information within the public space in terms of the core of the governance system? How you think we get the information? How you think Liberians are speaking out?
So it's an attack on whistleblower.
It's an attack on whistleblower. It's an attack on free speech. It's an attack.
There's a Whistleblower Protection Act.
Yeah. So that's what they are trying to abrogate. They try to deprive people from speaking out, to promote public transparency and accountability in the governance system of our country. So it is tantamount to a complete political sanction of free speech.
Why do you think the government will be considering this at this time? Are they under such a pressure that they have to consider?
They're under pressure. You know that civil servants are speaking out now. You saw what happened at the Ministry of Transport and other places. At Phoebe Hospital, people are talking about how dejected workplaces are in terms of their conditions. You see, the people are demonstrating at places of
maybe it's because people like you keep saying and highlighting that you have intelligence sources and all this, and there are leaks coming out. No. To control that.
The government should not fear if she thinks that what she's doing is right. If she thinks her policies are on the trajectory of socio-economic transformation and development in the country, they should have no fear. There should be no reason why the government will want to hide information.
No, but there are information that
why
disseminated based on the need to know.
What information?
They're declassified.
What information? But the Constitution of Liberia, which is the supreme law of the Republic of Liberia, fundamentally provides justification why people's fundamental constitutional democratic franchise and right should not be abrogated, should not be deprived by any statute or any policy.
But it equally did not say that people can just put out any information out.
But the Constitution holds people reprehensible. The Constitution holds people reprehensible. Now, despite freedom of speech is cardinal, but there are consequences.
Okay.
So we should be talking about consequences and not to be preventing people from speaking out their constitutional and fundamental democratic rights.
But the CSA is serious about this. Listen to what it says further. The civil service shall be required to sign a non-disclosure agreement as a formal condition of employment within the civil service of the Republic of Liberia. This is strong.
Yeah, so that's why we categorically taking a stand. As I speak to you, we are taking this matter very serious. The third bench of the Revolutionary National Youth League are some of its best lawyers, and Josiah Jukor and the entire CSS administration will be taken to legal, to be a class action. We'll take them to court because the intent of the youth league is working on modalities. Legal modalities on the jurisprudence of our country to take that matter to court. And we are talking to lawyers across the country.
But the matter concerns civil servants.
No, but listen, civil servants are Liberians.
Of course.
We're talking about 75,000.
But this is about regulating their country.
No, but regulation must not impede the democratic franchise, the constitutional rights, and the privileges that are ascribed and assigned by the Constitution to the Liberian people about free speech and the right to be heard. Government is not a court. This is not a junta administration 1 year. This is not the kleptocratic and kakistocratic form of leadership. This is not a totalitarian state.
But is that what this is?
No, I'm saying to you, this is not the days of Charles Taylor. This is not the day of Samuel Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Where people will be able to use draconian laws, use the PRC degree to come and tell people that government is a secret. Government is not a court, You don't know government as a court. You don't know government as a... What is the government hiding? Why is she afraid?
Okay.
Why is she afraid? If the government is doing the right thing, why is she afraid? So that Buko's instrument, we are taking political and legal actions.
People are going to be losing their job shortly. Listen to what the CSA said, and they're not joking about this. The CSA says further, please be informed that failure or refusal to execute the non-disclosure agreement will carry administrative and payroll consequences, including restriction on payroll processing and review of continued employment status in accordance with the applicable civil service laws and regulation. People, if you don't sign, I don't know what time you have to make sure that this thing, bro. I mean, people could be denied.
Before people got employed, let me tell you, there are far more qualified librarians, competent citizens, civil servants who've been employed prior to this government coming to power, and there were a lot more that were being given privilege to serve. Before you are employed to any civilized bureaucracy, governance system, public system, right? You are vetted, and all those things, all the criteria, all those requirements, you sign up. That's what you do. Even if you are doing a contract, you look at the terms and conditions apply before you take responsibility and say, this is what and when there's a breach of contract, there could be repercussions or consequences thereof. You know what I'm saying? So those things are laid down, are basis for which people get employment or contract activities in the private sector or in public administration. So how come now? Why is it that this new? What concerns the CSS boss? What concerns the CSS boss? That we have to look at the creeping discrepancy. What happened now? What is this so significant and so important now? Why is the urgency attached? Comparing civil service and cohesive civil service in the country to sign? We are saying, as I speak to you, they are about to leave civil service out and employ some of the most incompetent charlatans of the Unity Party in strategic position at the detriment of men and women who have gone through the process of meritocracy. There is a first-hand information in a challenge.
Why would they want to do that?
I am telling you because there are a lot of complaints. Don't forget, the same government dismissed over 500 EPL personnel.
But it doesn't matter.
Don't forget, 700.
1 minute.
And the Ministry of State.
It doesn't matter the political background who you employ. Once you don't pay people on time, they will obviously raise the issue.
Of course. That's what we're doing. So it's not only about suppressing free speech, but it's also geared towards accommodating some of the most incompetent and unqualified political pedestrians, economic lotteries who are being shambles, and then outside of the economic equation, since the government, they try to accommodate some of the most incompetent brigands from the Unity Party. So it is that is a diabolical master plan, the overall diabolical master plan, then inaugurated by Mr. Josiah Joker. I call him Joker because this is the most arrogant officer in terms of the Baghdad administration, who doesn't even understand the statutory function of his position as civil servant boss. So that law, we are not just taking political. No, the CSU will not be talking on political matter, be taking class actions. We will also be suing. And as I said to you, we are working on modalities. To put this guy to order. He was a creeping monster, bureaucratic monster.
We will be suing the government.
We will be suing the government. The government, there's institutions under our law. Okay. When there are matters of legal.
So you'll be moving from Josiah Joker to Yemen Basic.
We sue the government. Whatever the case is, the government will be put on record. Whatever the case is, the government will be put on record. Even if we do not have legal redress now,
is that concerning?
When we come back, we shall come back as a political institution in the country.
As a political institution, you have explicit confidence in the justice system.
No, I didn't say so. But I'm saying that under our law, they are.
Well, if you don't trust them,
I'm saying whether trust or not, there are legal ramifications that one has to take as a citizen of the country, and that is part of what is the Constitution has provided for us. So we take stance. We make use of those different positions. Whether the outcome will be positive or be negative or political, whatever it might be. Well,
you don't want to agree that the court is open to all.
I'm saying to you, I'm telling you, we will use the laws to set the record straight. That's our position.
And you'll go to the court.
We'll go to the court.
And the court has been welcoming to everybody, irrespective.
No, the court is not for United Party. The court owner, United Party, know that?
Okay, I'm glad you know that.
I'm sure we go to the court. United Party will leave and the court will remain.
Okay, so let's go to the next portion of your press conference, which had to do with the Solomon border issue. I mean, it's becoming very, very concerning. Even as we speak, Guinean forces are still present on the Liberian side of the border.
Yeah, so they are as I speak to you, few of the officers from our intelligence what we have gathered.
First of all, just before you lay your thought on that, do you agree that the manner in which the United Party handled the issues at the border was appropriate? At least there's no tension, it's not degenerating to any sort of conflict. I mean, like, what people will say, it made true intervention.
That's not maturity, Abu. That is the Guinean government and the army, their soldiers, institutional, are not going to compare and comply. So the Liberians had no option. When you told you father was Spanish,
the government will deploy AFL. Why are you laughing? Don't we have AFL?
I mean,
go ahead.
So first of all, let me salute the gallantry and resilience of men and women. The men and women honor the bailiwick of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. I respect their gallantry and their resilience, and I will not hold them reprehensible for any reckless action that have been exhibited. The AFL, like I said previously in our previous expose, will not engage yourself into reckless military bravado. Reckless military bravado. That place of very serious, is a serious institution.
Who determines that you?
I'm saying the family. Ever not listen to Braga? You take all the money you get to Braga promo, you pass it around on TikTok. Never making well men and women. And the very barracks that are assigned, they get our families, they get our children, our relatives. The people are strangulated, they are suffocating. They are made marginalized, they are being suppressed. They make about $200 what Ghana promo. The NSF budget has astronomically increased.
It doesn't matter. Once they
matters.
The commander in chief sees fit, they will have to implement command.
But the commander in chief, but what the commander in chief is paying housing on at Ria, they're not paying 10 million mansion in for ya. They said the struggling AFL member Mote for who? What are the commander in chief? Abu does Braga roll commander in chief?
So who's the commander?
Your commander in chief want to do more than the whole year and breaking it down. That's your commander in chief there.
The camaraderie. That's no issue.
For your commander in chief, Wansonga commander in chief. That guy is the most laughable commander in chief ever in post-war Liberia history.
You mean the president?
You have president. No, Baga is not here for you to call Baga president. He's not
that's by what you like.
No, once you lost your sovereignty, you're not president of the country.
No, nobody has lost sovereignty.
Liberia has lost your sovereignty.
Where? Who told you that?
Liberia has lost your sovereignty. The land. Our land has been invaded.
No, not because of a piece of land.
No, when you got a piece of land, but why do you defend Liberia? How do you defend the independent country? How do you defend Liberia and its sovereignty? Abu.
But you're here speaking under the Liberian.
No, Abu. Children are listening. Students are listening. University students are listening. Graduates are listening. Liberians across the country, they are following. Abu, this station is a very remarkable and very respectable station.
Yeah, that's what we have to be accurate.
So, and that's what I'm saying.
No, we have to be accurate what we put out. If you say we've lost our sovereignty, are we under any?
Isn't Liberia a sovereign state?
We are. And we still remain.
We still remain.
We have border issues.
Yeah, we have border issues. So
we have not lost our sovereignty.
Yeah, so
you want to correct?
So what happens? No, hold on.
No. You want to correct that fact.
Which fact?
That Liberia has not lost its.
So give me the chance to explain. You can't just police.
No.
You can't police.
Let's be sure.
Can you give me the? Can you give me the latitude to be able to explain?
There are hundreds of thousands of people listening to this.
Yeah, so let's do a docile position.
Okay, go ahead.
So thank you very much. You are a very respectable gentleman. Civil as well. So we're saying to you, according to the Constitution of Liberia,
okay,
the president of the Republic of Liberia is the commander-in-chief. Listen to this. Is the head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. He's first among equal.
Correct.
When the president is sworn into office, when he's sworn, he's no longer a president of a unity party employer. He is the president of the Republic of Liberia under our law. He takes oath to protect. Listen to this. While you are under the terms and conditions, you are employed or appointed or elected as a president. Elected as a president. You take oath. You swear. That's why the bar is there. You swear to the oath of affirmation that I, Joseph Nima Bakai, do hereby swear and to defend the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, to protect the sovereignty of the Republic of Liberia, and to defend and protect Liberians in terms of the security, social and economic well-being and welfare across the country.
Okay,
so that's not ALVIN Wesse's interpretation. ALVIN Wesse's interpretation.
And the only man that did that in 2024 was His Excellency.
So what happened?
All these characterization you talked about,
right?
He's the only man that fits there. So he is the president, the commander-in-chief,
right,
and the head of state of the republic.
Yeah. So what the moral ground does the commander-in-chief stand on when a foreign army has invaded your land and they are still on the land and they are occupying the land and your people are in danger and living on a gunpoint, living on a fear? When the flag of the country,
it is an external issue, and the medium or the way to resolve it will be determined by the commander-in-chief. Abu sees fit in diplomatic arrangements.
Abu, when you have an incompetent government and incompetent president whose incompetence has transcended regionally, it means a lot. It says a lot to a country that is fragile and that is struggling for its bearing among the community of nations.
What about the fact that, in spite of all of what you're saying, but at least the country remain peaceful?
We're not. No. I mean, what is peace? What is peace?
At least we're not fighting.
No, listen, there's psychological or economic crisis in the country.
No, that's a whole different.
No, that's not a different issue. Most often
we're talking about the border.
Abu, people are listening here.
Of course,
we are students of.
So let's stick to the border.
Yeah, of course. Right? I mean, let expand the horizon. Let elevate the conversation.
No, we'll come to the.
No. We're discussing peace.
So you agree with me?
In the face of economic injustice and perennial social crisis in the country, there's not peace. In the face of
is the Solomon border land causing any perennial economic crisis?
Of course.
How?
Business that whole place was a trade zone. That place was a trade zone, cross-border trading. That whole place was a place where people cross-pollinate and cross-fertilize agricultural activities. And there was a market ground. The market forces were interacting around the borders. Right now, the people are living on a fear. The people on a gunpoint. They brought the flag down. Then the government carry the burger with your mayonnaise, food and bread, and hot milk tea. What kind of useless government is that? Then you say we're not fighting war. You think war like only to your grandson Abu?
So what do you think the government should have?
What the government should do? If the country, well, the other country telling the government has been chased out as Abaka is no more president of the country.
Why would you chase it?
Because you bastard down the sovereignty of the country and so out. He saw all our parents.
He saw
out. But it's not so out. If I'm going to almost 2 months now.
It doesn't matter the duration.
No, it matters. It matters. If they can go back to their schools, they can go back on their farm. Is it not matter?
The government still mean engaged. It has not.
But if you can be left on the police, they be paying your house to real and they say government engaged.
The issues having their consequences.
So the government must be able to tell all the consequences. What happened? What happened to that place? Are they engaging into truth telling?
The structure and displacement is part of this.
What happened to that place? The people have been displaced. Abu. What happened? Who is the proof cause of the problem? That border has been in existence since the Dole administration, the Joseph Giver administration, government administration. Any king that play cardinal king cardinal get out that play no classes and run play Guinea army the non cross. Any Jose king Guinea army the non club. Eh? How come the last surviving enough?
What? It's an echo sound. Okay. Is it better?
How come?
Okay, his name is ALVIN WESSEH, and of course we are on the final lap of the conversation right here on Freedom 87.9. And so this is it. Reviewing the position statement by the Youth League of the CDC in its latest press conference addressing critical issues in the country. So Mr. Wesseeh is here taking our questions and digging deeper. Okay, are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that land, that border has been in existence historically since Liberia's historical establishment and formation have been in existence. It's as a consequence of the stupendous reckless negligence. It's as a consequence of a stupendous reckless negligence of a failed 80-year-old and incompetent brat. Now why see that girl now facing that crisis? And up to now, they're yet to tell all the story. What happened? What really happened over there? Because until that happened, they don't have during Georgia early administrations. What happening now? They have to tell us what happening now. Is it a Guinean army with that drum and go say the occupying soldier? Why not they during Georgia time?
Such a time, such a condition.
So you're such an incompetent government time, such a decision, and that's what we say here. That's what we say here. If any attempt, any citizen, because I mean we are listening to different reaction, and that's why they are blocking journalists. That's why they are blocking journalists. They're preventing journalists because the people say occupy that place, they don't want to go live, and they are using higher propagandists. The other media entities to be high information, but the people, the Ghanaian army are still on the soil. They are still there.
So lastly on this point, and then we'll move to something else. So as a major opposition party in the country, of course, seeking for re-elections or a return to the presidency, what sort of humanitarian intervention are you considering? If any?
Well,
they are Liberian stranded, out of their homes, displaced, having no access to their livelihood, their farms and others.
Yeah,
is your party?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
It's not in my purview to tell you what to do. You're an institution. What do you do when citizens are distressed?
We sympathize with our people, comrade. We sympathize with our people.
Beyond that,
we told the people. We told the people in Foya that the government. In fact, do you know that Momo Tama, right? The young man who they killed during the campaign. They said calling. We told them that it was a killer government. The government was a killer machine. You know they turn up in fella. We told them that these people sacrifice, and political blood for self-enrichment. We sell those things to the people.
So our campaign propaganda, right?
We are in sympathy with our people. That's what we can do, and we are calling them to rally and to rise, and asking them to take one step. That if you allow, like we said, if you keep allowing tribalism, tribal bigotry, to allow your kinsmen to perpetuate to the extent that they are not just unleashing animosity, economic atrocity on you, but they have sold you out. They are sold you out to foreigners, and the army is on your land, and you then be homeless. So we are in sympathy with the people, and we are asking them to have a U-turn in the political decision. They must now transcend tribalism and over. Transcend the patriotism over tribalism. Don't forget. There are some courageous people over there who cannot bow down to the political Kenebugunaza, and the political pharaoh of our time, our dispensation Baka. They say they have the fears. They will not bow to the whims and caprices of those human Baka, and they will remain part of the Congress for Democratic Change, and they are still supporting the institution. So we stand in solidarity with these people, and we say courage to them, and when we shall have come and taken over this country, we are going to rearrange the diplomatic processes in consonance with with the policy, the policies of the Congress for Democratic Change, because we know how to do diplomacy. The government here is a gentleman government, it's an amateur government, it's a junta, brother is a commander. So you see how the person is tough. So they just serve our people. All they say is for people to remain hanging in there until the CDC can come and redeem them. Not to rescue, but to redeem them.
Okay, Mr. Barker was elected through the ballot system of junta. So, but let's go to the final point, and I like your call on the people to consider patriotism, meaning the decision for leadership must consider other issues beyond ethnicity and tribal lineages and all of that. So, to guarantee that when they made this decision, it will be secure and protected, we have to look at what is happening at the National Elections Commission. What is happening at the National Elections Commission have drew a lot of attention across different spectrums of our Liberian society, the political and, of course, apolitical, and people interested in the stability of the country. His Excellency the President has appointed a mayor who many believe is a card-carrying member of the Unity Party, and others have argued that this is not the first time. There are precedents where loyalists to political institutions have made their way to the chairperson position of the National Elections Commission. But Jonathan Weasel, who has kind of generated an unprecedented reaction. You spoke about it, but let's hear you more. Why are you resisting Jonathan Weasel? He has been around electoral matters for over decades. Can we, as a country, leverage his expertise, ignoring the political affiliations or connections?
Thank you, Abu. And that has been the position of the full bench of the National Executive Committee of the Revolutionary National Unity of the Coalition for Democratic Change. And we have come to re-emphasize and re-accentuate our position unequivocally without any fear or favor. We believe from the angle of the UVRI, we reject genital widow categorically. We know the constitutionality in terms of the appointing power. That's not our argument. When we went to elections 2023, Abu, David Eto, Brown Lassana was not a sedition. At no point in time was David Eto Brown Lassana caught on a live video or in a live video giving counterfeit and fabricated, fictitious, overly inflated election results to put the country into chaos and to put the country into war. That is what sets the CDC apart from the Unity Party.
Go ahead.
That was the CDC.
It's a vibration.
That was sets the CDC apart from the Unity Party. So, Edward Brown Lassana was now a member of the Congress for Democratic Change. She was never. Because I would believe in from the ambience and canopy of the Coalition for Democratic Change, we believe in democratic fair play. We believe that our records in public service and governance must be the basis, the catalyst, the conduit through which we can be elected. If we do not perform to the expectation of the broader masses of our people, I mean, the people can go to the ballot boxes and make decisions and make determination. That's what the democracy of our country calls for. And so we did not talk about making former Chairman Maba Moru as a commissioner or making a situation as commissioner at the time. We went to the democratic playing.
But there were people you also appointed on the commission.
I'm saying to you,
relations with the CDC.
I'm saying to why you got provide that you got to call names. I don't have problem with calling names. I mean to do justice and due diligence to the public.
Okay.
I am saying to you, at no point in time did the CDC ever appoint. Let me re-accentuate. At no point in time did the CDC ever appoint a commissioner who was saying in video, on a live video, distributing, transporting mischievous, incredulous, and fallacious
fictitious, fabricated, and overly inflated lies to cause election violence in the country. Genital Wheeler is a recipe of election violence in the country.
That is your point of view.
That is the official position of the Revolutionary National Union of the Coalition for Democracy.
Not too much of a political alliance.
Not just political alliance, because I mean there's no neutrality in politics. No one is neutral here. I am saying to you, we also do not, support any political, people, supporting, appointing somebody who is a card-carrying member of the Unity Party. We don't support that as well. But I'm saying more regrettably, from the recent video we saw, right, Senator Wheeler making exclamatory and inflammatory statements about fictitious election results in the country that will plunge the country into war.
Mr. Wheeler have said he was hired by a private company to do a job, and he was just performing a job.
Private company
as a consultant.
No, but consultants do not. So if you are hired by private company, it is the prerogative of the private company to announce the results. You are not the official spokesperson. You are not the chairperson of the National Election Commission. So that is the
who determine that the term of the contract.
I'm saying. But if somebody hires you as a consultant or private citizen, it is the person's or the firm's or company's prerogative. I know, but if cannot, I'm saying to you, this is an elderly man. That provocation was a declaration of war on our democracy. It had the propensity to reunite chaos and take the country into flame. So Senator Wheeler last every moral ground to preside over the integrity institution, Abu. This is not the chairmanship of the Unity Party.
Your critics believe you're free as a party.
No, listen, Abu. No, listen.
That's why you're panic.
They know.
Are you panic as a political party?
No, if you look at the ecclesiastical historical apology of the Congress of Democracy, as far as election results and histories are concerned, the CDC has never shied away from battles. The CDC has never shied away from the theater.
With your consciousness, do you believe? Do you have any reason to believe that a widow, a woman has
I like how you going to make a widow
to turn around elections results in this country?
We come into that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Do you believe so?
We don't have no capacity to turn any election results.
Then why are you?
No, it is important. It is important. Before we there were Francis James Murray, there were Jerome James Fromia, there were Jerome Kukoya. So we surmounted all of these different commissioners. But 2029, you seen it as evidential, Abu. Widows.
But we have just said that he was performing.
No.
Contractual obligation.
You cannot perform a contractual obligation and make it attempt to carry the country to war, to put the democracy on flame. That's what we are trying to do. Look at the recording. Look at the video, Abu. Okay. It was dangerous. It was dangerous for a man who was never obliged with any function and responsibility to announce results. Results that he was never authorized to do. That the man going to make commissioner, Abu. Isn't that right? I said he is an experimental guinea pig. He's still being processed. He will be politically castrated. He's a disaster in extension. If I were the president,
as we speak, he's already in charge.
Yeah, he doesn't be in charge. We will be in charge as well as we move to. Look, the election 2029 is a critical election. Abu, 2029, people that we are there, already we know what we are going to say.
So you agree with our country?
No, but what has not gone through in the country? The yellow machine and the scandal they have gone through. Raping have gone through. You know, raping. Dump, what go say, Bonjala, Magil, what have not gone through? That the legislature, the rule of law have been mastered that.
Why are you calling for
we are not saying we are rejecting. We know that the president doesn't have the moral equivalence. Let me reassign to it. We know that Blacker does not have the moral equivalence to withdraw anyone because he too is morally unfit. I mean, he is part of the country. I mean, that Fallon. So we are not asking, but we're making our position very clear to our partners. We say that to our partners. We put this on record that If Wheeler is the one who will be election commission, he's headed for disaster. We headed for disaster because Wheeler does not sit on the track. He's not on the moral credential.
Okay, you have to wait to see how the man.
No, I don't want to see. But the man who is supposed to be a referee, the man is a partisan. And not just partisan.
Never been a partisan.
No. But if you look at the video, do you know Raka Sunday? Abu, let it record it. Let it bring let it follow.
We played it yes. So the man has come out to clarify that he was performing.
No, it's a lesser clarification. It's a feeble one. Let's deal with it. He cannot survive that. The man is being trapped. Right? He inescapable evidential prima facie. He cannot. We said to you, the people spoil the election. And that's why I was celebrating. What? I saw the video. I said, but the election over. We will fight. You go bring Wheeler. We were making it now. What are Wheeler? It tells you that the whole election will not be free and fair. And now I'm preparing for battle.
But the people say we are not coming back. He's not coming back. I mean, we can run as much as he wants to, but they're not coming back.
We are not coming back. Well, the same people say we was not qualified to be president only 2005. No. But history. But Abu John Shatayana said those who fail to read history will repeat the mistakes of the past. And history is the guiding principle of our actions and inactions. Yesterday, the same people made that argument.
But decades have passed in different variables.
Yeah, so the same variable that interplay that made we are president, it will interplay. And it will interplay. Go on the streets. Look at gas prices. You know, I'll listen to you brilliant articulation analysis. You know what happened to the economy, the household economy, the 24-hour economy. You know what happened to the country now in the market, in the school, at the different workplaces. You know, fuel prices and gas prices increasing astronomically.
And who told you that CDC will be the only one to benefit politically from?
Well, we're not here to benefit anything. We're only here to allow the sound the trumpet that the return of the king, the democratic return of the king, is at hand. The coming revolution will sweep. There'll be a sweeping revolution that will kick all these barbarians out of the public bureaucracy for best security, the space that we have been able to protect over the years.
This last one, then we go to the course. There's this clip of you making rounds on the street where you say we are not coming back. What's the background?
Did I say we are not coming back?
No, we are not coming back. You say you were not listening.
I'm going to be careful.
1 minute. You were not listening.
I'm going to be careful.
I'm sorry. That was a slip of
I'm listening. I'll be careful.
Yeah. So sorry. When you said you're not listening to come we are, what's the background of that?
Yeah. So
this is your political leader.
Yeah.
You listen to
so I said, let me say that. You know, the nature of some of these political news.
You said it with vigor.
Yeah. We said it, and we take full responsibility to that statement. It is the official position of the youth league. We are saying we will not listen to the former president.
Well, you do not lead yourself.
No, you didn't get it right. I said
let's say that.
Yes. So no, listen. The Youth League is an autonomous political revolutionary entity that enjoys privileges. The CDC is not dictatorial and draconian or tyrannical.
The executive committee.
I'm saying to you, the CDC is not the unity party.
No, I'm talking.
No, I'm saying to you, the CDC Youth League is not the unity party. Our standard bearer, our political leader over the years,
are you autonomous?
Who is at the center?
Is the Youth League
of I'm saying to you, the Youth League enjoys
I don't know whether you draw any extra independence.
No, I'm saying the Youth League enjoys the same political autonomy in the political infrastructure or better way of the
government. What does that mean? The CDC disagree with
the Youth League ideologically is the first line of defense.
Where do you draw your
we draw conclusion from? We draw authority and conclusion from the very position when the ideological perspective of the party, the historical mandate of the party comes in conflict with anything, the youth will take the side of the people, will take the side of the young people, they take the side of the masses and its partisans.
But do you believe your political leader can contradict?
We are not at conflict and disagreement with our political leader.
What were you preempting?
But why you want to come more than the belief?
What were you preempting?
We did not preempt anything. We said the political leader, we will make him president. because we have history.
That you will not
Under the chairmanship of Jefferson Tamakochi as chairperson of the revolution, it was not even. I mean, the partisans.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the first time is fast. 0776.
Yes, so 30 seconds.
500-104. Let's take calls, right, and hear what the public have got to say about all that. Okay, ALVIN WESSEH is our man. Good morning. Good morning.
When the gentleman I was just said, we were not escaped. And the man gave a firm esteem that statement because Liberia is going to the economic constitution. The poor Maya, hardship of the people have been able to the higher extent.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. It's not a thing we will not accept, but what authoritative basis do you have not to accept? Good morning, let's hear you.
Good morning, good morning to Pierre Castro. This is Washington Slope, and I come from Israel. I want to appreciate having been doing so well in the UK. I appreciate him. And I want to say to him and the entire member of the National Union of the state here. I want to say a very
okay, boss, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to your senior guest.
Morning.
Yeah, this is the brother. The competition being happy by the trying from the senior country. Let me see this. The guy is saying this on the more occasion, the Senate Bureau have taken, steps that is peaceful. That we want.
Okay, peaceful. So they don't want peace anymore. I don't know what else they want. Good morning.
Y'all interpret.
Good morning.
Are we joking?
Good morning. All right. I mean, we gotta go. You listen to the calls. No time. We can't take more than that.
Yeah. So like you said, we enjoy very genuine relationship, very harmonious relationship, and we continue to enjoy that. The CDC is not the United Party. The standard bearer of the Indomitable Congress for Democratic Change, by extension, the Coalition for Democracy, has always given young people the rights, the privilege to debate, to inaugurate ideas, and to bring it at the theater for further consideration. We, as the Youth League of the Movement, the Coalition for Democratic Change, again, we want to repeat on this note that we're not listening to the standard bearer of the Congress for Democratic Change until he shall be made president. Until he shall have been, insofar Georgia is now president 2029, we are not listening to him. Because it is our wishes and aspirations to make him president. And we won't anybody no apology.
The balance will make that determination.
We gotta go. Until we owe no one an apology on that.
Okay.
No one apologizes on that. So if the interest of the party comes in conflict, whoever interest, Baka will not survive the political weight that the Youth League will come very soon. Even we will not survive that. So we'll make Georgia president. The decision to make Georgia president will not listen. We will make him president. That's why we're not listening to him. We'll do anything in our Youth League, democratically, politically, traditionally, spiritually, to make Georgia president. Oh, nobody apologize for that.
Okay. His name is ALVIN WESSEH, and of course, he's been our guest on the final lap of the conversation. My name is Abu Sharif. Until we see you tomorrow, do have a wonderful time. Bye bye.